Hey guys, how's it going? I just thought I'd jump on stream really quick just to um, just chucking the mic into position. Just bear with me a sec there, guys. Just going to pop out the chat. So Dexter's asleep at the moment, and I've just started filming the SHAZAM episode. So I'm just gonna pop everything down except for the chat. Thank you, Annis Loyal. Say nice thumbnail. I just made that about 5 seconds ago. It's just really, really simple. But what I wanted to show you is just how I'm actually shooting this. So I'm just actually doing a little behind the scenes on this episode. So I've just finished shooting my part of it. But the idea here is that I'm shooting with the motion. Sorry. Sorry guys, I'm just a bit tired. So I'm shooting with my Motion X2 from iFootage. So it's a motion control system. So what I'm planning on doing is I've shot my bit, and then I'm going to shoot Dexter's part once he wakes up. And the beautiful thing about the Motion X2 is that I've already recorded the motion of the camera. So I've shot my part, and all I've got to do is just bring Dexter out once he's awake, sit him down in the exact same position I was in, and then I can just hit the autoplay button, hit record on the camera, and it'll ape that exact same movement. So exact same camera movement again. What I'll do is I'm going to jump over to the couch over there, and I'll just show you how I've actually gone about shooting this. So you can see the studio's all lit up. So it's all ready to go. So what I'm going to do is just jump over there really quickly and just show you what that's like. Now, I'm just going to move the microphone over just a little bit, just so you can hear me a little bit better. So you can see we've got the, sit down, sorry, I'm being blinded by the light. So I've got a panel light right here. I've also got my Tri 8C softbox right there. And I've also got my H198 or 198C over there with a little bit of cellophane on it, just backlighting me. So if you can see just the motion control rig over here, I've got the remote for it just here. And what I've done is I've recorded a quick pan across. Well, it's not that quick, but yeah, it pans across with the slider, and then the camera just slightly turns, so we've got a bit of movement in the camera. Because one thing that makes this SHAZAM transformation effect actually look effective is that the camera is moving whilst the transformation occurs in the trailer. So what we want to do is ape that camera movement. So what they would have done is the same sort of thing. They would have had the camera either on a dolly track, so they could still do the exact same movement again and again, and then they just stitch those two shots together. So you've got essentially two different shots that are moving, and they just stitch them on top of each other. It's a pretty easy effect, I'll have to say, guys, because there's one frame of white in it when the transition occurs. So the lightning bolt hits, and there's a blast of light, and the light on screen goes, the screen goes completely white for one frame. So it's very easy to cut between two shots when you've got that flash frame of white. I hope everyone can hear me okay, because I am a little bit away from the mic, but I just want to show you just how I shot this. So I'm sitting on my mark on the couch, so the camera's already focused on me, and then I'm just going to hit the circle run button, and you can see that the camera's starting to move. So I say my lines, and then I just hold my own pose. The camera will finish its movement, and say I want to do one more take. It's going to go straight back to the original position without me touching it, and then it's going to start the camera animation all over again. So it doesn't matter how many takes you want to do with this system. Once you've programmed it in and you set it to auto, it's just going to shoot that exact same pan and tilt action, and then it'll go, I've reached the end of the shot, I'm going to go back, and I'm going to start the whole thing all over again. Pretty cool, huh? So once Dexter comes out of his nap, which shouldn't be too far away. I did put him down, say, around about 2 hours ago. He usually naps from anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. I'll bring him out. I've actually got a little superhero shirt with a cape that I'm going to put on him. Not to take away from the toot, but what mic are you using? The sound is great. That is a Rode NT1 USB. So yes, that is a fantastic microphone. And of course I'm using the Rode Video Micro right up here, a little windsock on it. I don't know why I've still got that on there. I put that on there when I shot the Ant-Man car shrinking tutorial because it was windy outside. But yeah, as you can see, the control rig is still going. Now I'm just going to shut this down, so I'll hit stop and I'll just return it back to its original position. And that'll be all ready for when Dexter comes back. So I'll just power down the remote. And I'm just going to turn off the lights, and I'll crack on the I'll crack on the studio lights. God, I look even whiter than normal there, don't I? So, which is easy because all I have to do is go boom, boom. Now I do have a couple of manual lights here, gang, and that's going to be a bit of a pain to match the lighting on those, but the good thing is we have that one frame where we can cut away from both shots, just that one solid frame, so matching the lighting 100% is not going to be a big deal. As long as we've got that camera movement, we're all good. So I'm just going to avoid hitting any of that equipment and just move the camera. Sorry, move the microphone back. Now, Realm Surf is asking, how did I like unboxing the silver play button? That was a hell of a thing, really. It came in that really nice box that I've still got over there. It was one of those unreal things. Like, I waited for it for so long. And then I asked my new partner manager, what's the deal with the play button? What, like, I have to wait for it? Like, what actually happens? And you're supposed to get a code and all that. And she was so nice, and she ordered it for me in 10 minutes of me asking her. That's the difference between having a partner manager that answers your questions versus a partner manager that, well, my other guy before, nice guy when I talked to him in person, but trying to get an answer from him for an email, it never happened. Andrew Souls, yes, I am still using the big monitor. I am working off a 55-inch 4K TV. What I am going to do, because we're doing a lot more of the live streams, I'm actually going to put a smaller monitor here and actually have the chat window there, so I can just look over rather than having it obscure the screen at all. But just to get back to Realm Surfer's question, unboxing that was really quite surreal. Why don't I just go and grab it right now? Sorry, I've just got it up on the shelf near the Ninja Turtle poster. So there it is. It really was a surreal thing. When you think about how many unboxings you've seen and how many people have actually reached this goal, when you reach it, you just think, well, firstly you think, oh, that's never going to happen. And when it does happen, it's a surreal moment when you think that 100,000 people said, they looked at this face and went, you know what? I need some more of that guy. I'm going to hit that subscribe button. I mean, I said that in the unboxing video, and it still blows my mind that this is in this room. I don't really know what else to say about that. Every time I walk in the studio, I actually put it on the wall opposite the door. So every time I walk in, I see this. And I see that certificate. So, it's a bit dusty. Ooh, sorry, just caught my reflection in it. I tell you one thing though, I am glad I got the new button and I didn't get the old one, because this one is really, really cool. There you go, guys. Can you see yourself in the button? Electric games, that is such a weird thing to actually say. It's like, say my name, bitch. Yes, Teen Gohan, they did actually update it quite a lot, and I love the new design. It looks way better. Don't mind me, fellas, just putting it back on the shelf. Kilkenny FX. My primary camera is the Panasonic GH4. It's the same camera I've been using since Season 2 of Film Learnin, I think? Season 2? Yeah. Yeah, what mic am I using all the time to record my videos? This one here, the Rode NT USB, is my primary microphone for recording narration. And the Rode Video Micro over there is my primary one when I shoot videos. I actually got that when I entered the Rode, my Rode Reel short film competition probably about 3 years ago now. I think I actually reviewed that microphone in Season 2, maybe. Sorry guys, I'm just getting caught up on the chat here. Yes, Jolt Central, another stream. I just thought, I've already shot my half of the SHAZAM video, and I just thought it'd be worth talking to about, you know, the behind the scenes on how I actually shot that, because it's a really simple effect, and I just thought, let's do a stream, let's make a ridiculous thumbnail, and let's have some fun. Even though my throat is so sore from talking for over an hour this morning. So, don't mind me, I'm just going to have a mint. And I just thought, let's just do another stream. That way I can focus 100% on Film Learnin on Friday and possibly Saturday. It just depends on how easy it is to get Dexter to sit still in here without the dogs, because he very rarely wants to come in here when there's no dogs in here, because he loves playing with the dogs in here. The Scully, would you rather do YouTube full-time or work on a big Hollywood production? Oof. I'd say big Hollywood production. If I was doing something that actually had a was a good movie, and I was, you know, I suppose working in a capacity that was either on screen or, I don't know, you'd be able to see my work on screen. Because, you know, every person that's on YouTube is a total narcissist, and we just do it for the attention. Love me. But as much as I love YouTube, it would be awesome to work on a movie. I think we'd all agree with that. Sketchy Tapes has asked, what's a good camera for making an action movie beginner level? Well, that's easy. Any camera. I would just get your phone to make just a beginner level action movie. Most phones these days have a pretty decent camera on them. And unless you're going for something with really strong depth of field, or you're going for like a real movie style look, just use your phone. That's a great beginner's first step, because damn near everyone's got a phone these days. Stout Devontae, do YouTubers get paid? I'd probably say 99.9% of YouTubers do not get paid. Because if you actually check the Social Blade rankings, which I did this morning inadvertently,
I am the 85,600 and something most popular YouTube. So I'm in the top 100,000 in the entire world, which is absolutely friggin' nuts. But that's actually that's within the top 1% of the entire world. Because at any given time there is 1.9 billion people on YouTube. So to be in the top 100,000, that blows my friggin' mind. Now, Samuel Collins Monster Movies has come aboard the stream. Hey, dude. Now, Realm Surfer says, have you ever considered doing a horror special effect? I have. I don't know. It's one of those effects that I never really got to. Because usually my effects are based around movies and TV shows, a lot of superhero stuff. So yeah, Scope Gaming, that is my brother-in-law, young Matthew. So everyone say hi to Scope Gaming. He's just asking how is Venom because he didn't get to go yesterday afternoon when we went. It wasn't bad, dude. If you don't have to go and see it, don't go and see it because yeah, it's fun, but ultimately you kind of forget about it after about an hour. Teen Gohan's asking, will you do the flash ring effect from Season 5, Episode 1? Yes, I am planning on doing that. I've ordered a flash ring from Wish.com, which will probably be a gigantic pile of crap, but I've ordered it anyway. Gallivant is asking, did you like the movie Logan? I did. I actually saw that in one of those fancy gold class theaters. I liked it, but I've never watched it again. It's one of those movies where, like, as far as a superhero movie goes, it's one of those ones that's revered. You know, because you think, oh, wow, this has done what a superhero movie's never really done before. It's just taken a really harsh, sad, friggin' serious tone. And while that's great, I didn't see it as an entertaining movie. I might cop a bit of hate for that, but it's not a movie I just want to sit down because it was just so harsh and so arduous and just there's not a lot of levity in it, so it's a hard watch. It's kind of like watching Requiem for a Dream, you know? That is a harsh movie and just so much, so much terrible stuff happens in it that it's hard to sit down and watch it a second time. Oh, thank you, AW Shorts. Yes, I'm a terrible person. Now, I keep playing, ask me, where do I learn to do my effects? For the most part, I'll watch a whole bunch of tutorials just to get inspired, if anything, just to study. But a lot of the times, I'll just think of it, like, for example, this Shazam one. I saw that and I went, yeah, okay, I know exactly how to do that. And, 7 to 8 times out of 10, I'll just think, okay, I know how to do that. And I'll start either researching or experimenting or just developing it from there. Kilkenny's just asked, are you ever going to make a short film? Dude, I made a short film. It was called Toilet Trouble. It came out a couple of months ago. But I know you mean like an actual short film, Not just a tiny one for a short film competition. I'd love to. If I had the time to do it, I'd have to take a step back from Film Learnin, but I'd love to do it. And yes, Teen Go, and I have seen the new Aladdin trailer. Teaser. I wish there was more. And I wish they'd be able to tell me whether the bird, voiced by Gilbert Gottfried, is in it. Because I want that. I want that so bad. That guy's voice is absolutely hilarious. That's one of the reasons why I'd still watch Problem Child, which is a terrible movie, but Gilbert Gottfried's voice. That's an interesting question from F Extra Films. Do you think the Shazam movie is going to try to be funny and end up nailing it? That's a bloody interesting question. I hope the humor isn't too forced. So I remain hopeful about SHAZAM. The trailer gives me a nice vibe, but you just never know. I mean, it's Warner Brothers and DC. You just never know. Oh, Reloaded Shark. Me and my cousin made the 60K short film with Mum's Broom and Pillow. I love that. By the way, either your mum or your friend's mum totally stole that movie from you. Totally stole it. What are you doing, my pillow and broom? Cracks me up every time. I'm so glad that we got Ismahawk, Danny from Ismahawk, to do the special mention for that one too. I talk to him on an irregular basis, and he's a super nice guy. NYC Melinda said, "Do you think Captain Marvel will be a good movie?" I hope so. I think at this point, Marvel knows what they're doing. What do I think about the actor for SHAZAM? Seems fine. What movie do you look forward to in tutorial for us? Oh, I'm looking forward to doing this SHAZAM one. Mainly because I get to put my son in it. Yeah, just because you guys are on stream, and I'll tell you the premise behind it. Basically, I'm going to say, I wonder what would happen if an adult said the magic word. So, I will say it, and then I'll go bam, and I'll actually transform into Dexter, and I've got a little superhero shirt for him, superhero shirt with a cape, and it's got a lightning bolt on it. So I really hope that that works out for me. It was just a stupid idea I had today. Free Bomb says, "Why are you bald?" Well, there's an easy question. Oh, sorry, it's an easy answer to that. Genetics, dude. Ryan M asks, "Do you watch any Marvel TV shows?" Yes, I watch most of the Netflix ones. I would not touch Inhumans with a 20-foot pole, because I saw the pilot of that and it was god awful. What other Marvel shows are actually out there? Like I watched Daredevil, love that. The Punisher was okay. It was very slow, which I don't normally mind, but Luke Cage, first season was good, second season was great. Jessica Jones, first season was great, second season was good. And I'm really looking forward to season 3 of Daredevil, which drops, I think, tomorrow. And I'm so looking forward to having Wilson Fisk back in that show. God, there's a lot of questions here. Hang on. Let me just see if I can read some of those. Kilkenny VFX said, if you were to work for any film company, which would you choose? I have no idea on that one, dude. It'd be interesting to work for Blumhouse, because they seem to churn out movies pretty regularly at small budgets, and they do really, really well. Seems like a chill guy to work with. Dark Synergy says, "You look very tired, are you?" Dude, I am always tired. I'm always working, and if not working, I'm looking after a toddler. And both of those things are absolutely exhausting. Reloaded Shark said, "You really helped me with the art of filmmaking. It's been my..." Did anyone hear that? Okay. Dexter's up, guys. So I'm going to have to jump off here, and then I'll bring him out here and shoot his side of it. But I'm not going to bring him on stream this time because he's been a bit of a cranky pants today. So we might be able to... look, I'm going to try and get to the half an hour mark. So we've got about 4 minutes left. So I'm not going to go just yet. He is talking to me though. So I'm sorry if I haven't got to a lot of your questions, guys. It's just... If you can actually check the chat stream, there is a hell of a lot there. Do the Doctor Who ship. If you can find a decent 3D model of it that I don't have to build, I will totally make up like a virtual set with that. I would actually like to do more of those. There's a fella on Twitter that his name escapes me right now, but he's building a whole bunch of sets from the CW Flash show, and he recently did one of Barry's lab at the CCPD, and it looks friggin' awesome. You are welcome, Outflex. Happy to do these. Sorry, Sketchy Tape says, what's his name? I'm guessing he means my son. My son's name is Dexter. Teen Gohan says, can you do an After Effects Basics video? I would love to do something like that. It's just finding the time. Like, I just have to sort of take a break from Film Learnin in order to do like a... I'd probably have to do like a 10-part series on After Effects Basics. Oh no, the Flash Sets guy. Let me see if I can find it right now. Just bear with me. I'll just have to go on Twitter and see if I could find it. It's going to take a little while though. Because it was a few days ago. I'm just going to scroll until I find something. God, there is so much to scroll through. Nope, it's not there. Don't mind my noisy mouse, gang. Yeah, is it this guy? Nope, not that guy. Okay, I might have to come back on the next stream and talk about him. Because it pains me that I don't remember his name straight off the bat. But unfortunately, yeah. I follow quite a few people on Twitter that build really awesome Flash-related stuff. So that sucks. Because I do enjoy plugging the different people that make these fan things. I don't know how often I'm planning to stream. I like doing it a couple of days a week. Cosmic Studio said, if I may ask, what advice would you give for After Effects users with some experience that are struggling to improve? My best advice would be to challenge yourself. Think of something that you have no idea how to make, and without looking at any tutorials, try to make whatever effect it is. Just experiment as much as you can and really get familiar with the software. Because that's how I was saying on the previous stream, that's how I actually built out the new Ant-Man effect. It was just me going through damn near every single effect in that menu, trying to find something that would work. Jake says, is it better to edit on Mac or Windows? That's a loaded question. But I'd say it's better to work on whatever system you're comfortable with. Doesn't matter if it's Mac or Windows. I'll say for the record that every time I've gone to any sort of Adobe Symposium or Adobe event, they are always either on an iPad or they're on a MacBook. Which makes no sense because As far as I can tell on the Adobe website, they prefer you use a Windows computer. Explain that. What brand of couch is that? That brand of couch is dog farts and dirt. Sorry. Pyro Slam asked for. I just got to find it. Can I do a sunken place effect from Get Out? The one where he's falling and there's a TV screen above him. Ooh, that'd be a cool effect. But how would you pull it off? I know from looking at a bit of the behind the scenes footage, they had that actor on wires. But having a completely black background, not hard at all. Especially since he's actually lit. You could just shoot that on a green screen and then comp in a black background. And as far as the TV, I'd have to actually remember that. Can I do a Sandman effect? Oh, hell no. I'm not doing particle effects and in a 3D figure. Ugh. Why don't I just say hi to Effects Universal? There we go. That should stop that. How do you get a completely black background? That's easy, dude. Go up to Layer, New Solid, and make it black. Drop it underneath your footage. Black background. Although I wouldn't make it completely black. I would bring it up to like a dark grey. That way when you add a color grade on the top, you will get a black. Yeah, that's what I meant, behind the actor. You drop the... if you want to do a completely black background, you'd need a black backdrop. Chuck Norris effects. There's no such thing as Chuck Norris effects. He can't even shoot on a green screen. They get intimidated and blow away. Rebel King, a big fan of your works, man. Thank you very much, dude. Magic Man has asked for any rotoscoping hacks other than green screen. Don't rotoscope. Rotoscoping is great for some things, but it's still very, very tedious, even with fantastic software. What's the difference between blue and green screen? There isn't a difference between blue screen and green screen. It's still the same process. It's still chroma keying. It's just if you're shooting on digital, it works better with a green screen. That's why I developed blue screen, because it works better with film, but there's no real difference between the two. It's just green's a much more avoidable color, and yeah, thank you, Ice Cane. It is better for skin tones as well. Sorry, Ryan, I've got to do some more research on Black Lightning. I haven't watched it for quite some time. Jake, there is a red screen, and there is also a black screen. I'd encourage you to check out the behind the scenes on the movie Hollow Man if you really want to see all the different types of screens that are used, because they used every single element that they had at their disposal to get the effects to work in that movie. So check out the behind the scenes on the movie Hollow Man. It's from the year 2000. Thank you very much, Effects Universal. Magic Man, I will never do the Iron Fist bullet effect, because that almost ruined Season 2 for me. I think that's why it actually got cancelled, because of that stupid shot. FX Extra, I did not go to film school. No. I just enjoyed doing this in high school and just continued to do it. D Tutorial, I'll say hi to you. And look, Electric Games, it depends on what you're actually trying to capture. Whereas you do a black screen if you're doing elements like smoke and particles, or even fire. Let's see, like stuff like smoke assets and that sort of thing, you'd use I can't really remember what you'd use a red screen with. But like I said, check out that Hollow Man behind the scenes, because I think they use every type of screen possible. One time for a Lego short film, I used a pink screen. That makes sense. There are no... I don't know if there are any pink Legos. Yes, Creative Gamer, I am planning on doing a telekinesis effect where I lift a school bus. Sounds pretty cool, hey? Oh, there's our anniversary of the burp per stream. God, I wish I had said Film Learnin like that. Guys, I'm just going to quickly check the monitor and see if Dexter is awake, because sometimes he wakes up and then goes back to sleep. Nope, he is totally awake. Andrew Souls, what is the most expensive equipment you have there? You are looking at it, my friend. That iFootage, it's S1A3, and also the X2 motion rig. That is worth about $7,000 to $8,000. And the best thing is, I got that for reviewing the product. So that was 100% free from iFootage HK, which I love, and I wish they'd send me more stuff, because they sent that to me to review when I was at 21,000 subscribers, and now I'm on the cusp of 112,000. So I'd really like them to send me some more stuff. Now, guys, I just need to say before we get off, this is the light that I'm supposed to review for Aperture. Now, I haven't done it yet. I've been using this thing for 7 months now, and I really need to review it and put the review up, because they were so nice to send it to me, and it's an awesome light. But it's... I have no excuse. I just haven't done it. Daniel Shaw, can you do some stuff using Trapcode Particular? I've done a few things on Trapcode Particular this year. I did the Thanos Portal effect, and I did the Avengers Disintegration effect. Sorry, I'm just... Best camera for video making on a budget? I'd say your phone. I'm got no doubt, Electric Games, that you smelled that burp from here, because it was a really meaty one, real good chewy one. Oh, my brother-in-law just said Wingardium Leviosa. Have you guys seen that from... Sorry, my wife's awake now. Sorry, my wife's talking to me now. All right, guys, I'm gonna close this out, okay? All right, I'll see you on the next stream, guys, because now I'm in trouble because I haven't gotten the boy up. Okay. See you guys later, and keep learning.